Welcome to Session 4. This is the one we've been building toward for the last 3 weeks. If Session 1 was about understanding what GovDash is and why it matters, and Sessions 2 and 3 were about building your foundation and finding the right opportunities, this is where everything comes together. Intro to Proposals in GovDash. This is Proposal. This is where you turn all of that work into a winning submission. And I want to start with something that I think every single person in this room has experienced. Because proposals in GovCon are a shared experience. The good parts are shared. The camaraderie, the sense of mission, the feeling of hitting send on a submission you're proud of. But the frustrations are shared too. And if you've been doing this for any amount of time, you know exactly what I'm about to describe. The RFP drops, the clock starts ticking, and there's this 48-hour window where you know you have about 60 hours of work to do. You tell your family, "Dinner's in the freezer, I'll see you in 2 days." And those first 48 hours are consumed by things that are absolutely necessary but aren't strategic. They're just manual labor. First, the compliance matrix. Hours of copying and pasting requirements from the RFP into a spreadsheet. The whole time you're doing it, you're second-guessing yourself. Did I miss something buried in the SOW that wasn't in Section L? Then an amendment drops and the whole thing is already obsolete. You need it because compliance is non-negotiable. But creating it shouldn't eat your entire first day. Then past performance. You need to figure out which contracts are most relevant, map them to the task areas, identify gaps. But half the time, you don't even know where the past performance documentation lives. The deliverables and status reports that show what you actually accomplished are scattered across drives and inboxes nobody can find. And by the time you piece it together, a week is gone. Third, the solution problem. You kick off the proposal and nobody can clearly articulate what your solution is. Capture notes are in emails, in a PowerPoint from a gate review, in somebody's head. Writers are working in silos without a shared vision. And if you can't pick out a clear, coherent solution in your own proposal, your evaluators won't be able to either. Then, key personnel. Resumes come in at the last minute. They don't match the labor category requirements. Someone edited a resume and accidentally deleted a critical qualification. I lost a contract early in my career because of exactly that. A requirement got removed during a last-minute edit. We had the qualification. It was in the original resume, but it got deleted and we were kicked out for non-compliance. That still haunts me. And finally, the pink team draft itself. You give your writers 3 to 5 days, but writing proposals is rarely their only job. What you get back is missing sections, content pasted from other proposals, empty claims without proof points, and now you have to fix all of that with whatever time you have left. Starting your proposal in GovDash. Every one of these problems has a solution in GovDash, and the best part is, you can solve them yourself, right now, today. You don't need to wait for someone to set things up for you. You don't need special training. If you've been through the first 3 sessions, you already have everything you need. So let me walk you through it. When you're ready to start a proposal, you've got 2 paths, and both of them take about 2 minutes. Path 1. You go to Proposal in the left navigation and click Start a New Proposal. Path 2. If you've been working the opportunity in Capture, you open that opportunity and transition it to Proposal. Everything comes with it. All your Capture plan answers, your solutioning notes, your documents, your team's activity history. Nothing gets left behind. Your proposal starts from everything your Capture team already built, not from a blank page. Try both paths. If you've got an opportunity in your pipeline with Capture work on it, transition that one. If you want to start fresh with a new solicitation, create one from scratch. Either way, the next step is the same. You build your solicitation package. Upload the RFP, the PWS or SOW, and any amendments or clarification notices. You can pull files from your computer, from the data library, or directly from SharePoint. GovDash reads those documents and figures out the response type and general structure automatically. Then you select your past performance. GovDash shows you your contracts and you pick the ones you want to reference, or click Select them for me and let GovDash recommend the most relevant ones based on the solicitation. If you've been building your contract data over the last few weeks, this is the moment that investment starts paying dividends. You'll see exactly which contracts align and why. Hit Create and GovDash goes to work. Depending on the size of your solicitation, it takes 30 to 60 minutes. Go get coffee. When you come back, here's what's waiting for you. A full compliant outline mapped to the solicitation structure, a complete compliance matrix, and the foundation for your entire proposal. All of it built automatically from the documents you uploaded. Compliant content in GovDash. Let's talk about what you can do with each of these, because this is where you take control. The compliance matrix. Open the compliance tab on your proposal and you'll see every requirement GovDash extracted, classified by type. Proposal preparation instructions, task area requirements, evaluation criteria, shall and must statements. You can filter by document, by type, by outline section. You can see which requirements are accounted for in your outline and which ones need attention. Click on any requirement and it takes you right to where it lives in the original document so you can verify it yourself. You can export this entire matrix to Excel with one click. Give it to a teammate, give it to a partner. Use it as your compliance checklist throughout the process. This is the same tool you used to spend 8 hours building by hand. It's done. It was built in minutes, and you didn't copy or paste a single thing. Here's something I want you to try right now if you've got a proposal in the system. Go to the Compliance tab, switch to the Outline section view, and pick any section of your proposal. Look at the requirements mapped against it. Check whether they make sense. If something looks wrong, you can adjust the citations right there. Add requirements, remove ones that don't belong, or reassign them to a different section. You're in control of the mapping. GovDash gives you the starting point. You make it right. Now let's look at the outline itself. This is your workspace for the entire proposal. Every section has controls you can access by clicking on it. You can change the section type, which tells GovDash how to structure the writing. Narrative for flowing prose. Form field for structured data. GovDash assigns these automatically, but take a few minutes to review them. Make sure they match the purpose of each section. You can set page limits and page targets to control length. You can drag and drop sections to reorder them. You can add new sections, delete ones you don't need, and nest subsections. This is your proposal structure. Make it match your vision for the response. Before you generate any content, spend 15 minutes reviewing the outline and the compliance mapping. Make sure the sections are right. Make sure the citations are accurate. Because everything GovDash writes flows from this outline. 15 minutes of review here saves hours of rework later. Compelling content in GovDash. Now we get to the part that changes everything. Writing plans. If you only take one thing away from this entire 4-session series, let it be this. Writing plans are the single most impactful thing you can do in GovDash. They are the difference between a generic proposal and one that reflects your strategy, your voice, and your understanding of the customer. Here's what to do. Click on any section in your outline. You'll see a writing plan area. This is where you put bullet points, not paragraphs, not polished prose, just the key things GovDash needs to know to write this section the way you want it written. What should you put in there? Think about it like you're giving instructions to a skilled proposal writer who knows your company but hasn't been in the capture meetings. Tell them what approach to describe, what differentiators to highlight, what the customer cares about most, what past experience is most relevant, what makes your team the right choice for this specific piece of work. 5 or 6 bullet points per section is the sweet spot. Without writing plans, GovDash generates content based on the solicitation requirements and your past performance. It's competent and compliant, but it's general. With writing plans, the output transforms, because now GovDash knows that for this section, you want to lead with your agency-specific experience, highlight a specific cost reduction you achieved, and position your approach around a methodology the customer values. That specificity is what separates proposals that get read from proposals that get scored. Here's how I'd suggest you experience this for yourself. Pick one section. Generate it first without any writing plan. Read the output. Then go back, add 5 bullet points to the writing plan, and regenerate that same section. Read it again. The difference will speak for itself. Once you see it, you'll want to add writing plans to every section. And that's exactly what you should do. Now, the fastest way to get writing plan content is to talk to your subject matter experts. You don't need them to write anything. You need 20 minutes of their time on a call. Walk them through the section requirements. Ask them, what are the top 5 things we need to get across here? What's our approach? What makes us different? Take notes. Drop those notes into the writing plan as bullet points. You've just captured their expertise, their strategy, and their understanding of the customer. And GovDash turns it into polished narrative. Getting 20 minutes from a busy SME is infinitely easier than getting 3 days of writing time from them. That's how you get a blue team caliber input into every section without ever scheduling a formal blue team review. You can also attach focus documents to individual sections. These are supplementary materials like partner capability statements, technical specs, customer needs documents, or white papers. Focus documents get prioritized over your general data library content, so they're a great way to direct GovDash's attention to the most relevant material for that specific section. Click Attach Documents under the Focus Documents dropdown, pull them from your computer, your data library, or SharePoint, and they're linked. If your teaming partners have shared capability statements or past performance with you, attach those at the section level, and GovDash will weave their capabilities together with yours. Your contract data stays protected. GovDash always knows what's yours versus what's a partner's. Next, check out the Solution tab. This is where your broader proposal strategy lives. Win themes, approach, features and benefits, risks. Each one has preset questions that help you capture the strategic context GovDash needs. If you use the GovDash Capture Plan, the answers you provided will be available in this tab. If you started the proposal without a capture plan, you can add your inputs to this tab. And here's a shortcut. Click Suggest Answer, and GovDash scans your data library and past proposals to give you a starting point. You can insert those suggestions directly or refine them. If you need input from someone who's not in GovDash, use the data call feature to send them specific questions and collect their answers. Every answer you add to the Solution tab makes your generated content more specific and compelling. Think of it as the strategic layer on top of your writing plans. Writing plans are section-level guidance. The Solution tab is proposal-level strategy. Together, they give GovDash the full picture. Now let's talk about key personnel, because managing this well is how you avoid compliance disasters. Managing key personnel and resumes. Go to the Labor Categories tab in your proposal. GovDash has already extracted the labor categories and key personnel requirements from your solicitation. You can see every position, the qualifications required, the number of slots, and what the government is looking for. If you've uploaded resumes to your data library and built out your staffing pool, GovDash will suggest people who match. Click Browse All Personnel to see your options. This tells you immediately whether you've got the talent in-house or whether you need to start recruiting. And that's information you want as early as possible, not the night before submission. When you assign someone to a labor category, try running an adjudication check. GovDash compares their resume against the solicitation requirements and flags whether they meet the criteria. If something is missing from the resume, but the person actually has that qualification, you know to update the resume. If they genuinely don't meet a requirement, you know to keep looking instead of discovering the gap at the last minute. This is how you protect yourself from the kind of compliance failure that ended one of my early proposals. And GovDash generates tailored, compliant resumes from the data in your staffing pool, mapped to the solicitation requirements, formatted consistently, ready for your proposal. No more starting from scratch, no more Frankenstein resumes cobbled together from outdated templates. Tracking multiple responses for one opportunity. One more thing about how proposals work in GovDash. A single opportunity can have multiple proposals. If you're responding to an RFI first and then the full RFP, or if it's a phased solicitation, you can create multiple proposals under the same opportunity. Each one has its own solicitation package and outline, but they share the capture context. How to generate your pink team draft. When you're ready to generate, here's what to do. Go to Actions, select your template, either GovDash's default or your organization's branded Word template. Review the Generate checklist. Outline completeness, past performance selections, key personnel assignments, and solutioning progress. You want that progress bar as close to 100% as possible. Then click Generate Proposal. When it's done, go to the Versions tab and download your Word document. It's in your template. Your styles, your formatting, no copying and pasting between documents, no reformatting. After Pink Team, reviews and recovery in Word and SharePoint using GovDash Word Assistant. And now you're in Word, and this is where you will work the rest of your proposal, from Pink Team review through Red Team, Gold Team, and White Glove. You can manage the working document right in SharePoint using the same version control you're used to. This is also where the Word Assistant becomes your best friend. Open it from the sidebar. Everything in GovDash is right there. Highlight a section that needs stronger proof points, click Substantiate, and GovDash searches your past performance for real metrics and examples. It shows you which contracts it pulled from so you can verify everything. Highlight text that's too passive and put it in active voice. Need to convert a paragraph into a table? Select it and tell the Word Assistant. Need to respond to a reviewer's comment with a stronger rewrite? The Word Assistant has your full GovDash knowledge base right there. Your partners can collaborate with you in SharePoint on the same document. They see the content, they make their edits, they bring their expertise. But only your team has access to the Word Assistant. Your data stays private. And when you submit, track the outcome in GovDash. Won, lost, no bid, or canceled. It moves to your proposal archive and becomes part of your organizational knowledge. A new way to write winning proposals. So let me bring this all the way back. Those 5 pain points I described at the beginning, the compliance matrix, the past performance hunt, the undefined solution, the key personnel scramble, the Pink Team draft that eats your timeline. Every single one of them has a self-service solution in GovDash that you can use right now. The compliance matrix builds itself when you upload the solicitation. Your past performance is organized, searchable, and ready to map with a click. Capture planning and solutioning happen in a shared workspace that carries forward to your proposal. Key personnel are managed and adjudicated as an ongoing process, not a last-minute fire drill. And your Pink Team draft goes from a 5-day grind to a 1-day deliverable, which gives your team the rest of the timeline to actually iterate, review, and make it great. That is how you flip the proposal timeline. That is how you stop submitting and start winning. Here's what I want you to do right now. Not next week, today. Your tasks this week. If you've got an active opportunity, start a proposal. Upload the solicitation, let GovDash generate the outline, go to the Compliance tab, and explore what it built for you. Then pick one section. Add writing plan bullet points, regenerate it. Read the before and after. That single exercise will show you more about what GovDash can do than anything I've said in the last 30 minutes. If you don't have a solicitation handy, go find one. Pull a recent RFP from Discover for an opportunity in your space. Add it to your pipeline in GovDash and run through the process. See the outline, see the compliance matrix, see how fast it all comes together. You don't have to be responding to this opportunity for real, just use it to learn the workflow. By the time a real one comes in, you'll already know exactly what to do. And if you want to go further, try the capabilities matrix from Capture against that same opportunity. See where your past performance aligns. Then transition it to proposal and watch everything carry forward. Experience the full life cycle in one sitting. It'll take you less than an hour and you'll walk away understanding the whole system. You've now seen everything. Contract builds your foundation. Capture finds and qualifies the right opportunities. Proposal turns all of that into a winning submission. It's all connected end to end with your data at the center. Go explore, go try things. Click on sections you haven't opened. Ask Dash questions you're curious about. Upload a document just to see what GovDash does with it. The best way to learn this platform is to use it. And every feature we covered across all 4 sessions is available to you right now. The Help Center has step-by-step guides for everything. Dash can answer your questions about GovDash itself, and our support team is always there if you need them. You've got everything you need. Go win some contracts. Thanks for learning with us.